Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 3. We will make a presentation about the title Factor Influencing the Behavior Attention Adoption of the e-wallet service among students. Okay, this is our group members.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Akil Ashraf bin Nur Haizan. My message number 1212665. I will start our presentation with introduction for our study. E-wallet technology have largely replaced the physically the wallet into visual wallet. During the pandemic, the rise of cashless society must be causes of consumers who do not use physical cash as exchange. People use digital cash rather than hard cash. Therefore, the study will investigate factors that influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service specific among Malaysian students. Our research question is: first, does the government support secure e-wallet payment, speed transaction, and features of e-wallet contribute to the intention to use mobile phone e-wallet services among university students? Second, where do university students frequently use e-wallet to make payment? At the retail shop, e-commerce, or online shopping? Objective for our study is significant research to investigate the impact of government support on secure e-wallet payment, transaction speed, and features of e-wallet on the student intention to use mobile phone e-wallet service. Second, to identify the primary usage scenario of e-wallet among university students, focusing on retail shop, e-commerce platform, and online shopping website. From the conceptual framework, we create our hypothesis. First, our hypothesis is there is a significant influence between government support and secure e-wallet payment and the adoption of mobile phone e-wallet services among Malaysian students. Second hypothesis is there is a significant influence between the speed of transaction and the adoption of mobile phone e-wallet services among Malaysian students. And third, our hypothesis is there is a significant influence between the features of e-wallet and the adoption of mobile phone e-wallet services among Malaysian students. Method that we use in our study is first, didactic approach. Second, quantitative approach. By quantitative approach, we use questionnaire to collect data, and the questionnaire we use 5-point Likert scale, which is strongly agree, neither agree or disagree, and strongly disagree. And we collected 123 valid response, and we analyze the data using SPSS application.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aifira Maisara binti Aslan, and my matrix number is 1212602. Next part, for the result, I will explain the demographic characteristic. There were 192 questionnaires received in all. There were 123 varied questionnaires, resulting in the final response of the 64.06%. 122, which is 99.2%, were Malay, while 0.8% were Bumi Putra Sabah. 86.2% were between the age of 18 and 23, meaning that over half of the sample fell within this age range. 11.4% of respondents were between the age of 24 to 29, while 2.4% of respondents were between the age of 30 to 35. Furthermore, most respondents, which is 52.8%, were in urban areas, whereas 43.1% were reported in rural living area. And for the interior of 5 frequency is 4.1%. Next, for the proposed research model description, the study will use quantitative research design through survey questionnaire as an instrument of data collection. This questionnaire will measure students' perception of independent and dependent variable. So first, we go to the speed transaction. There are 3 elements in the speed transaction. Each item's standard deviation, variance, mean are displayed in the table. The table indicates the speed transaction have a mean of 12.38. with a standard deviation of 2.331 and variance of 5.435. This suggests that consumers' attitude towards speed transaction are generally neutral to favorable. Second, government support. The graph indicates that with a variance of 5.33 and standard deviation of 2.309, the mean for government support is around 11.64. A standard deviation of about 2.309 suggests that there is a low variation in the sample, which may be interpreted to signify that consumers' opinion toward government assistance are generally neutral to the pleasant. Third, we go to the future of e-wallet. According to the descriptive table, the table shows that participants' attitude toward this construct were above average with an overall mean and standard deviation value of 19.01 and 3.834 for the overall mean and standard deviation respectively. Okay, lastly, for the intention adoption of e-wallet service among the student, its total mean and standard deviation are 19.61 and 3.734 respectively, as shown in the table. It may be inferred from this that consumers have a positive attitude toward intention adoption and that they generally have a willingness to be proactive in adoption intention when necessary. Okay, for the next part, I will explain the PP plot. The PP diagram data of the four variables, which is government support, speed transaction, e-wallet feature, and intention to adoption e-wallet service, is approximately distributed in a straight line, as can be seen from the graph representations. In addition, the downward trend diagram shows that the data is evenly distributed on the both sides, suggesting that the data have a normal distribution.
My name is Nazir Suhaila binti Muhammad Razi. My matric number 121267. Next, I would like to continue the reliability testing and analysis. Reliability is process of determining the consistency and stability, the research instrument and measuring equipment utilized in the study. This testing is critical and verifying the correctness and reliability of the obtained data and study conclusion. And this using method Converge Alpha. Okay, we move to the table. This table indicates that the questionnaire item each variable are very good in Converge Alpha. The lowest variable and acceptable Converge Alpha is speed transaction, which is 0.736, while the greatest Converge Alpha is attention adoption, which is 0.815, and overall data is credible and valid.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. So my name is Naukelia binti Muhammad Aziz. My matrix number 1212626. So I will be present simple linear relation. So looking at the dependent variable, which is the intention adoption of student to use e-wallet services. Meanwhile, the independent variables refer to variable that may influence the dependent variable, which is government support, speed transaction and features e-wallet. The second, so based on the analysis showing that indicates R is 0.654. So it can be explained that government support, speed transaction and also feature e-wallet can be influenced intention adoption of the e-wallet services among the student, which is 65.4%. So the result proved that coefficients on the government support, speed transaction and also feature e-wallet is significant at a significance level of 0.05, while government support is not significant. Okay, so among the two significant variables, it is apparent that feature of e-wallet is the most significant. So the majority of the respondents concur the feature of e-wallet has a significance influencing the behavioral intention adoption of the e-wallet services among the students. So the majority of students recognize the significance of using all the features of e-wallet is a wisely way to practice e-wallet among them. So lastly, we look at the t-test. So based on the t-test, the results are 2.632 and less than 5%, which is represented an increase in influencing the behavioral intention adoption of the e-wallet services among the student. So it shows that government support has the impact of using an e-wallet among the student notice. So if the government puts more focus on the security of the using in an e-wallet, so that student will feel more safe than before. Okay, so second, based on the t-test, the results are 2.819 and less than 0.05, which is represented an increase in the speed transaction of using an e-wallet among the students. So basically, it shows that students actually realize that every transaction using the e-wallet is the easiest way to use. With the speed transaction, students will be more confident to use an e-wallet even at a small store. So lastly, based on the t-test, the results are 7.648 and less than 40.6%, which is less than 0.05, which is represented an increase in the impact of the intention of the adoption of e-wallet. So it shows that the future of e-wallet has a significant to the behavior of the student. So it shows that the student use the future of e-wallet can go further.
Next, descriptive for research question 2. The question is how frequently they use the e-wallet. First, significant majority responded 48.4 and said they using the e-wallet every day. Activities such as students might depend substantially on digital transaction for their money needs. In addition, 28% and 45 respondents said they use e-wallet weekly. This group may include who use e-wallet particular weekly transaction or budgeting strategy. Furthermore, 18 of respondents claim that they use e-wallet every month. These respondents might utilize e-wallet for regular financial demand such as bill payment or bigger transaction. Lastly, just 5.6% of 9 respondents don't using e-wallet yearly schedule. For this question respondent, they ask which venue they prefer for e-wallet transaction. They find show that the majority of respondents, 46% of 74 respondents, choose the utilized e-wallet for online retail transaction. This demonstrating property emphasizes the critical role that e-wallet play in important supporting move and secure online payment. In addition, 41% said they use e-wallet to pay in retail store. This high proportion demonstrates the e-wallet are becoming more popular for in-person purchase. This because people find it easier to pay in store. Lastly, 13% for 21 respondents indicates utilizing e-wallet for e-commerce payment.
Based on the result in the coefficient table, stated that all the independent variables statistically significant as the p-value less than 0.05. That is, government support 0.10, speed transaction 0.006, features of e-wallet 0.001. Therefore, all the hypotheses have been accepted as it can be seen and can be concluded that all the independent variables have significant on adoption of e-wallet service among Malaysia students.
My name is Nur Afifah binti Nur Muhammad with metric number 1212634. For limitation research, we are not doing the validation test. This study is more focused on the public university students only, as the sample may not be representative of the overall population in the study area. This can lead the limited generalizability of the result as sample not be representative enough to reflect the population. Lastly, we do not divide the class income in our research. According to the findings of this paper, the different factors influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service among Malaysian students have a positive impact. However, of the three factors, the features e-wallet have a greatest impact. Whether it is government support for e-wallet payment, e-wallet transaction speed, and features e-wallet, they all play a positive role in influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service. Besides that, when implementing the factor influencing the e-wallet behavior, the government should be more aware and actively use the three factors influencing the e-wallet to enhance and upgrade the system so that it will be more unique and sophisticated. This finding provides the important reference and guidance for the government to target the students in influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service. For practical distribution, the first is quantitatively studying the impact of the adoption of e-wallet service, which can help the government to better understand the students' preference and needs so that they can improve or upgrade the system of e-wallet to be used in the future. We are all now living in an era where everything turns digital, for example e-wallet. So e-wallet and payment simply adapt the user's need, offering unparalleled efficiency and security. One of the primary reasons for growing importance of the e-wallet, it is convenient. For the study of this paper, the theories related to e-wallet can be utilized when the factor influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service among students is studied again. Understanding the factor influencing the behavioral intention to adopt e-wallet service among students can help construct a more comprehensive and accurate theoretical framework and provide corresponding theoretical guidance. The first is future e-wallet, which mainly impact consumers' attitude toward digital e-wallet service. For suggestion, future research could try to adopt an experimental approach to collect data more efficiently and effectively. Secondly, in the process of the study, this study only explored three factors influencing the adoption of e-wallet among students, while the challenge of using e-wallet among senior citizens or older person has not been investigated in depth. So future e-wallet and future research could make an effort to explore the impact of another person while using e-wallet service. And also future research can further explore issues related to this topic, more scientific, more useful reference for sustainable implementation of enterprise and society.
So that's all from us. Thank you.